Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Kingdom Hearts Final Mix 100% guide. Last episode, we ended up speaking with Sid, who gave us the old book to bring to Merlin's house. And as he was talking to us, we heard the bell at the top of the Gizmo shop ring. And he was like, do what you like, lads, but definitely go, investigate that bell after you go see the guy in the fire sign door house. God, that was an atrocious way of saying that sentence. But basically he was like, you really should do it this way, and I'm here to tell you, you can do it whatever way you want to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually zip over to the Gizmo shop after we do one quick thing. Because you'll remember I said that the third district has a bunch of different elemental puzzles. So on one side of the third district they had the fire puzzle, and on this side they have a lightning puzzle. So now that we've zapped it with electricity, if we actually go visit the Gizmo shop, we can discover that the electricity has actually powered some of the functions in the Gizmo shop. And I would say, just taking out some of these little floating enemies, they drop elemental shards. So whether it's the red ones, they drop blaze shards, blue ones frost shards, yellow ones thunder shards, green ones that do healing magic, they actually drop bright shards. And basically, from now on until a certain point in the game, Traverse Town becomes the I suppose, the hub for these enemies. You can find really every type of those floating enemies in Traverse Town. So if you're ever looking to farm the early elemental shards, Traverse Town is a really good spot to pick. The hotel in particular is really good because you can respawn enemies really quickly. In the respawning of Heartless whole situation, you need to move 2 screens away, and basically where you fight most of the different floaty enemies, I'm just going to call them, I don't know what their class name is. They're the little floaty spellcasters, you know who I mean. But their main spawn point is the hallway of the hotel. And then if you go into the green room, and then circle over to the red room, and then back to the hallway, all this takes literally 5 seconds. You can basically respawn a collection of blue, Heartless, red Heartless, and yellow Heartless to get the Blaze, Frost, and Thunder shards, respectively, and really quickly, if I'm honest. But for right now, this little area actually holds 2 postcards that we need to collect. We weren't able to collect the postcards until we actually got the Thunder spell, activating that little cord in the 3rd district. So that's why we're actually here. But obviously the other reason is, the bell on the top of here is ringing, so 2 birds, 1 stone. We get more collectibles, and we get to progress the story and not do what Sid says. He called us pinheads, so you're not ingratiating us into wanting us to do what you say if you call us idiots. Or we're just proving that he's right in the assessment that we are idiots, that we ignore sage good advice. But essentially, just you hear the little jingle and you're like, what could have happened? And it's really easy to miss, but basically this clock stops on 654. Is this some secret code for Kingdom Hearts 4 being released on the 6th of the 5th or something? Leave your thoughts in the comments on if that's a good prediction, or was it just a nice descending time. But basically, the top of here is an absolute nightmare because it's just full, again, of every different type of the little floaty casters. So just don't fall off because it's really tricky to get back up here. Since you have to go back into the Gizmo shop, climb the ladder, it's a mess, so just be careful and don't fall off. Like, just stay towards the center of this plaza rooftop. And as you can see, another red trinity. So this has unlocked a shortcut to the alleyway, it's unlocked the secret waterway, and it's now unlocked this bell. So we're gonna ring it, and we have to ring it 3 different times. Or at the very least, ring it enough times to see all the different variations on the fountain. And I've never done it, but I imagine you can't jump into the fountain if it's on fire. Never thought to do that. Might be something I'll do on my speed run. Might be the most speedrunny thing, but just to check it out. But we have actually revealed the keyhole to the world. So we should probably seal that. Lickety split. And oh yeah, I think I was going in and out of there, that if I hit continue, it'll bring me to this screen rather than when we exited the Gizmo shop and had to climb and then do the Trinity. So I believe that's why I did that. But we're not really going to lose, so... I mean... do I even need to really do that? Probably not. But Goofy has the Tornado ability, which is a really powerful attack for him. He literally just spins himself super fast and does really quick attacks in quick succession. And just make sure you fill up your item slots. I don't know why I didn't put an Ether in there, to be honest, because realistically they're handy to have just to give Sora 3 extra MP, which is basically 3 heals. So I don't know. We're basically like, yeah, let's just load Goofy up with Mega Potions, Mega Ethers. And what's really gas is that, yeah, make sure you use an Owl Cottage. They're just handy to have. Little save point heal. But we have an old friend returning. And I think this is a great kind of showcase of, yes, your characters have grown way stronger in the little loop of the 3 worlds and getting basically tons of extra magic spells. Like, Goofy is tearing through HP, and then the guard armor like falls apart. But we now get the remix of the guard armor. He basically says, look what I learned in gymnastics class today. And he said, girl, I can walk on my hands. And you know it means business when the boss music changes. So this is some serious stuff. But basically, he's much the same as he was before. He has multiple different appendages that can move independently of his own. And basically, what we have to try and do is attack the gauntlets, which are now the feet. But essentially, the gauntlets have the same properties as did the last time. They are essentially they even though they have a bigger health pool, they're essentially the weakest to kind of take down with that thunder magic. So we are doing pretty good, to be honest. It's unusual that Donald's thunder isn't making them explode. But anyway, that's one done. The other hand phases through the brickwork. And as you can see, Goofy is keeping Donald alive. Like, he's just... oh my god, Donald. Like, I need to get him some defensive stuff. But, not to give a spoiler, but we'll actually get, like, a fantastic defensive spell, which can help Donald live more, which... I mean, we all want to, right? But now it's just the 2 hands, even though they're the feet. But what's risky now is that he can now enter cannon mode like that. And just a well-timed dodge roll, just don't get hit by it. It is actually quite powerful. So if you can kind of get underneath it and stay underneath it, or at the very least if you can get the iframe for your dodge roll. I didn't get it there, but just make sure you don't get hit by it because it can two-shot you. And yeah, just keep up the pressure. And now we only have one left and it's basically nearly, you know, finished. And I love how like Donald does one thing and then it's like, no, sorry, I got hit by it, so therefore game over. And like I could heal Donald, but I would rather keep that for myself if I'm in trouble. And I mean, is that exact mentality the reason why Donald only heals himself or refuses to heal Sora at times? Thunder! Triple level ups, we love to see it. But for defeating the opposite armor, releasing the heart again, and for sealing the keyhole, we end up getting Arrow, which is our second defensive spell. So Cure was our first, and now with Arrow it actually produces a wind barrier that ups our defense to all damage, magic and physical. So it's pretty much the most overpowered spell in the entire game because every tier of Aurora, or of Arrow, does something completely different and compounds on what it already does. So like, spoiler, the magic levels up in this game. So obviously fire goes to Fira, goes to Firaga, and, you know, does more fire damage is the name of the game there. But essentially what happens with Arrow is when it becomes Aurora, it gains the property of anything that makes contact with it takes damage. Lovely. And then when it gets to its final stage, any projectile that comes into contact with the Arrow spell is reflected. So all those times we were trying to like bounce back or knock back the fireballs from Cerberus, for example. Yeah, if it just comes towards Sora and touches our Eroga spell, does nothing. Gets reflected back, does damage back. And when we eventually close in, it'll be doing that chip damage. So Arrow's just a broken and amazing spell that I love. So as we mentioned, the Fairy Godmother is the most powerful being in all of the Kingdom Hearts lore and universe because she literally can take the souls of beings from destroyed worlds and constitute them into a summonable spirit that can assist a Keyblade master. I don't know, that just seems like some necromancy powers of craziness that it's like, well, alright Fairy Godmother, yes ma'am, I'm not gonna do anything to annoy you because you are scary powerful. If you're ever curious as to, oh yeah, you're not allowed to leave, you have to go see Sid. So basically we have to leave the Magician's Study and go out to the 3rd district for a very particular reason. But if you ever want to know how a summon works, you can actually go to the journal and it'll give you instructions on how to use the summon if you're ever confused on what to do. It tells you how much MP it is and all that jazz. So Simba is just an AoE explosion basically. He just charges up energy and then when he roars, anything in the entire zone that can take damage takes damage. It's pretty crazy. And we're going to definitely see it come into play next episode, 1000%. But there's going to be a really cool cutscene, so I'm going to stop talking. Talk after.
There you are. What's going on?
Oh my god! Sorry, I couldn't
Riku.
not say anything.
Hey, cut it out.
I'm not dreaming this time. Right?
I hope not. Took forever to
Sora,
find...
do you dream of Riku
Riku.
often? That's interesting.
What an odd thing to say.
Wait a second. Where's Kairi?
Isn't she with you? Well, don't worry. I'm sure she made it off the island too. We're finally free. Hey, she might even be looking for us now. We'll all be together again soon. Don't worry. Just leave everything to me. I know this...
Leave everything to you. I think you'll find Riku. I'm the protagonist.
Leave it to who?
Sora, what did you...
I've been looking for you, and Kairi too, with their help.
Who are they?
We visited so many places and worlds, looking for you.
Really? Well, what do you know? I never would have guessed.
Oh, and guess what? Sora's the Keyblade Master.
Who was it?
What's that mean?
So, this is called a Keyblade?
Huh? Hey, give it back.
Lol.
Catch.
I can't lie, the Kingdom Key
Okay,
suits
so
Riku's
you're coming
aesthetic.
with
The
us,
yellow
right?
and blues.
We've
It's
got this awesome
stunning.
rocket.
The silver
Wait
of
till
his
you see
hair. It looks amazing.
What?
Forget it.
Oh, come on. He's my friend.
I don't care.
Oh, he's gone.
Donald is just awful.
Nice going. Oh well. At least he's okay. And who knows? Maybe we'll run into Kairi soon too.
Oh well? Sora, oh well? That's your reaction? You've been looking across the different worlds of Disney for this boy. He appears in front of you. Your teammates, in inverted commas, run him off, and your reaction is okay? Anyway, Sid's saying, you guys ever hear of Maleficent? I hear she's in town. Who is she? A witch, man. She's a witch. She is the reason this town is so full of Heartless. Don't take her lightly. She's been using the Heartless for years. We lost our world thanks to her. One day a swarm of Heartless took over our world. That was 9 years ago. I got out of that mess with my gummy ship and took these guys with her. And they're saying that Ansem was a wise man and he wrote a report on how to get rid of the Heartless, but they don't know where the report is, and they're scattered to all different worlds, and they're guessing Maleficent has all the pages, so she's like, she's outside.
Just as I told you. While you toiled away trying to find your dear friend, he quite simply replaced you with some new companions. Evidently, now he values them far more than he does you. You're better off without that wretched boy. Now think no more of him and come with me. I'll help you find
Maleficent is
what
giving
you're
the
searching
vibes
for.
of gaslight, gatekeep, give the power of darkness to this impressionable teenager. Oh dear. But basically, he's had a look at the navigation gummies. We can now warp to previously visited worlds. We don't have to do the gummy missions to go back to Deep Jungle or go back to whatever. So that's neat. And he basically saying, you can go see him in the first district and he'll get us upgrades and different gummy block parts for our gummy ship. Leon's like, oh my god, there's been a keyhole here too. That's crazy. And Aerith says, thank you. I'm the only one who can stop the Heartless. You're welcome, Aerith. And Yuffie is just our hype woman. And we need a hype woman in our lives. So like, Slay Queen. But yeah, Maleficent's just totally using Riku to whatever ends. But now we've up to 8 of our postcards posted. We got like a lovely mega elixir, like an amazing item there. And we have our 3 arts. We should probably go back and do more arts a bit later. But that's our situation so far. I'll do like another synthesis list like a bit later. But basically, we can nip in, make a save, then go talk to Sid, and we need to basically put a couple of little augments onto our gummy ship. So we're able to buy basically a haste gummy and like a construction area expansion, so we can build bigger gummy ships. And now it's like, we found another gummy navigation block in the Traverse Town Keyhole. And he's like, ah, that's wild, oh my god. And he's like, will I install it? And we're like, please. And he's like, oh my god, it seems like this gummy block is also broken in half, so you're gonna have to find the other half of it. Where will it be? Probably in the new worlds we go visit. Oh my god. You know, artificial barriers to free exploration in gaming. Never have I seen the like. But anyway, you can buy loads of different types of gummy blocks. And so we're going to buy the comm station level 2 and the haste G. We now have no money, but that's okay because we have a super cool ship now. And I'm going to skip the preview. If you're new to the game, don't skip the preview because this is actually a maze of complicated, horrible things. But as you can see, our gummy ship is actually named Magic for Life because that's what we were naming. We weren't naming the raft as in the raft in Destiny Islands. We were actually naming the model of our gummy ship. And basically you just go along, you select your haste G, and then you put where it is on the plane that you want it. And we're going to just put a few other bits and pieces on as well, like a faster engine maybe, because it basically goes fire, Fira, and all these different things. So obviously the faster we can make our ship, the quicker we get through the gummy missions. So it's pretty good just to get more engines on, just so we can fly that little bit faster. And after a lot of messing around and trying to find stuff, I'm like, we'll just put another fire one down as well, why not? But pretty much that's going to be our episode, guys. We're going to finish up here, and then next episode we're going to be progressing on to our new world in our new and improved gummy ship. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll talk to you on the next one. But just so you can see down the bottom there, we're after getting 2 achievements for editing our new ship. So that's pretty great. And sure, I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.